we don't like cuddle every night on the sofa and watch a telly. It's like we sit apart and watch a movie sometimes.
But yeah, you do run out of convo, I'm not gonna lie, it's not. Do you think sex is better now you're married? Hello guys and welcome back to our channel. James is just zipping up the tent where we are currently staying on our adventure week.
We are glamping, guys.
We're off.
How exciting, if you haven't caught our last vlog, we're glamping.
Welcome to our tent, our tenting life.
Tenting life, I love that. I love saying tenting.
We're off exploring today around St. Ives, and we thought we would basically do like a marriage Q&A on the go.
Yeah, so we thought we'd just kind of do a bit more of a chilled out vlog and then answer some questions that you guys have sent over.
On the way, we thought we would start with a couple of Qs on our adventure. Oh, we also have Mila with us.
Hi, this is
Hey Meals, she's having a little beep. Sleep, we say beep, it's for sleep. How cringy, I just on the vlog. She's having a beepy and Sue's having a beep. It's things when you just start saying them on the vlog that we say together and then you got to explain it.
My parents would always say to
a
me,
beep.
A beep, go on.
Did they? When you were like 5? So. First question. When... Oh,
Cass, what is that camera?
Sorry, wow. First question. Okay. When did you think it was the right time to get married?
I don't know.
It's a difficult one. Because we are young.
Yes.
But I think you always give a good answer to this one.
We were engaged at 21 and 22.
Yeah.
This was just over a year ago.
Yeah.
But we weren't in a rush to do it. We were chatting about it, but like not really
chilled.
seriously.
Yeah. As for like engagement and everything, I guess that was kind of like down to James. But it was like we knew as a couple we were going to get married. Yeah.
Yeah, like, and we were set up in life already. So like we had our house, we had a dog. We're financially stable.
Yeah.
And so it just kind of made sense that would be the next step. And I almost I kind of have this vision of like a dream family where we're married and we have kids. And I didn't want to, I know I was so cute. And I didn't want to get to like 3 or 4 years time where I was like, oh, I think we're ready for children and start talking about children and not be married.
Sure.
Because I wanted to get married.
You wanted to be married. It is really mainly because we were in the right position.
Yeah.
Because if we'd been at uni, I know we've said this before, but if we were still at uni or we were still doing other things, we wouldn't have got engaged or married just because although we still were just as in love and just still wanted to get married, it wasn't the right time. Whereas obviously because of our job, because of social media, it has allowed us to have a much more future settled life at a younger age. We're lucky because we are kind of a few years ahead than people who are at uni and are only now starting to. Everyone just has to do what feels right for them.
Just do when, do whatever.
The most difficult part of planning your wedding. So if you only had to choose one part of planning your wedding.
Oh, so just the one part. In terms of actually being difficult, I think the most difficult bit, if you're thinking of it kind of just...
Yeah, generally.
It's just picking a venue.
Yeah, because it's like the main thing.
Yeah.
Venue completely changes the idea of the day. We looked at things like places like empty barns where you could just decorate the whole thing yourself, like they weren't involved with the food, they weren't involved with anything. Or you could, we ended up having a venue like ours, which was like, they planned like everything and it was all,
The most difficult bit was picking the wife. Just so many options, And,
so many.
Like, who do you propose to? That's the difficulty. Enjoy yourself as much as possible. You only do it once, hopefully.
It's a freaking wedding.
It's
all fun and enjoyable if you make it fun and enjoyable. Did Carys have to hint for the engagement or was it spontaneous?
Pretty spontaneous.
It was completely spontaneous.
I was doing the whole, oh, we don't need to get married.
And I was like, married? Fine.
And then the next thing I proposed.
Literally, he did that to throw me off and it really threw me off. No hint of engagement. I wasn't like, here's what ring I want. I literally had never even looked at rings. Well, when we went through town.
I always went through, every time for like a year leading up to it.
That is so funny. That ring? Because I never, I just thought we were having general like,
chat. But it was a good period of time before. I would never have done it if it was like a week's time.
No.
But I think
I don't think I would have guessed
you didn't really give much away. You just wanted a silver ring with a diamond. So
I wasn't really.
I could do whatever, couldn't I? Well, I just got better fashion sense and style.
I mean, he literally does. Like, I don't even think I could have picked one myself that I love as much as this one. I love it so much. Oh, my nails are awful. Sorry about that. So yeah, it was completely spontaneous. The biggest shock that I've ever had in my whole life, 100% by far. I still can't like quite deal with how my heart was on that day when you asked.
You did seem quite shocked.
I was like, I mean on the video I'm like, shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Oh my god, of course I will! My baby! It was just really happy and it was just coming out. But yeah, anyway, it was spontaneous, so that's the answer to that one.
We're currently at a train station. We decided to catch a train in St Ives because traffic is pretty poor. So we thought, and it's meant to be quite a cute scenic route. So we're catching a train. We just thought we'd do some more questions as we wait.
Next question. I've lost them already. Okay, here's one. Right, let me randomly pick one. What did you least...
Randomly? Oh no, I don't like that one.
What did you expect least about the wedding? Did anything surprise you?
What did you expect least?
Yeah.
To enjoy it as much?
Yeah.
I didn't think
That's
I'd
a good
enjoy
one.
it as much as I did.
Like, we obviously thought we'd enjoy it, but we thought that there would be bits that were really stressful.
People are like, oh, you won't have time for each other. I think I had loads of time.
Well, we did like keep that in our minds, and we really appreciated the like, even if it was like 2 minutes, like after the confetti shot.
Becoming a big thing at the moment, like weddings. A lot of people saying that the wedding isn't like their favourite day and stuff like that, but I absolutely loved it.
Oh, it was literally
I thought it was great. It was amazing. Like
the best day ever.
Maybe it's all to do, like, I think if you put too much stress on yourself, it can get like really bad. But like, you just gotta enjoy the day ultimately.
And
like
if things go wrong,
so
like, just enjoy it.
yeah, exactly. Have some fun.
Is marriage worth the hype?
Nothing's changed. Very little has changed. The actual wedding was very exciting, and I think was worth the hype because I felt like a king for the day.
Yeah, definitely. Marriage, actual wedding day. Yeah, you're right. It definitely was worth the hype for us. Like, it was just the best day ever. We didn't stop talking about it for like 3 weeks.
It's a bit bizarre because I'm not someone who likes the centre of attention.
No.
But I really loved the wedding day, and I was like, yes, you're all here for me. And I was saying it was weird because we were in like a specific area that, you know, it was just all of our friends and family and stuff. But I came away and went to McDonald's the next day at lunch, and I was expecting to know everyone in McDonald's.
I know.
Didn't know anyone.
No.
Didn't know anyone. No, hi. Oh no.
It was just so,
don't know you.
Friends, family, it was just so special. You can't really describe it, it was just magical.
Amazing experience.
So yeah, it's definitely worth the hype. But marriage in general, like, it is a weird one because nothing has changed between us.
Apart from the ring annoys me and I keep on playing with it.
Yeah.
I haven't got used to it yet.
Although I do really like seeing you with the ring on.
It looks cute.
Because I'm like,
Cute
you're mine. You mine for lifey.
Because that's what ring signifies in it, ownership.
Mine.
Train was pretty busy, so we didn't do any questions on there, but look at this view.
Wow.
This is absolutely amazing. It goes all the way around.
It's like when you get on a postcard.
I know, it looks so amazing. This is St Ives, which is kind of the towny village. I think it's a village, but I'm not sure. Just thought we'd do a couple more questions up here with this beautiful view.
Okay, Mil, stay with me. Did you drink much at your wedding?
Yes.
Good question.
Depends what your definition of much is.
But I felt like...
I say we got drunk.
I drank loads, and I literally, it was so weird because I drank loads throughout the day, and yet if I'd have drank that much, usually I would have been, I feel like, on the floor. But I was just drinking and not getting drunk, and I think a lot of the thing people were saying was when you're really excited or like have a bit of nerves, I don't know whether the alcohol just doesn't do as much, but I felt like I was drinking.
I didn't know that.
Usually, you know what I'm like, after like one drink, I'm like, wee.
I think it's because it was over a really long period of time, and we weren't like drinking thinking we were going to get drunk. So maybe that was it. It was a mental thing. But, like, I didn't drink anything until, well, I drank one beer until after my speech.
Oh yeah, of course.
And then I
didn't drink much
and then I had a few drinks then. And same with Carys, like we didn't really drink much until kind of the party started in the evening. Yeah. And then we had some fun. Because
obviously you have wine with food, but I'm not a massive wine person.
No, well, I didn't drink it because I didn't want to get drunk before my speech. Because I needed to do my speech, and I wasn't going to be like, but I love Carys. Carys is my wife.
Oh my god, I would have been like, get down.
What's it like having a dog while married? Well, this is exactly what it's like. She doesn't get in our way at all.
We're a three-way relationship. Okay, did people say you were too young?
No.
It's a good question.
I don't think anyone said we were too young.
Nobody said it, which was so weird.
No one in person, no friends, no family, none. We didn't have any comments saying we were too young.
It was a big thing that I thought we were going to get, especially online, but I did, yeah,
but then again, I think it's a mental thing. Like, if we were at uni and we were getting married, I feel like I'd be telling myself I'm too young. Yeah,
definitely.
Like, if we were kind of prioritising, it's just a personal thing, everyone has different personal reasons, but for me personally, I wouldn't prioritise a wedding over like my first job or like being able to rent a house. Yeah. You know, I'd rather move out with my parents and then get married. Yeah, I get you. Rather than like get married but still have to live with my parents. Yeah. That's just a personal thing. People view kind of marriage in a different way, but I would view it as like the start of the next chapter. Yeah. And so I'd want to then kind of be living with just my wife and not my parents and stuff. Not that I don't love my parents.
And our parents were literally just like completely fine with it, which I think shows that everyone thought that we were in a good stage, not the right stage. Your dad said in his speech,
at last they've got married, or something to those words.
Well, to be fair, it has been 5 years that we were together.
We have been around for a long time together.
We've been around. We're dinosaurs.
Yes.
And every single day, like no exaggeration.
To school together, uni together, and now we're kind of working together.
Every day.
We're spending all day, every day together, which most people, they spend, you know, every day together, but that's after 5 PM or whenever they get home from work.
So we got to know each other like the back of our hand pretty quickly. Okay. Slurp some coffee. Okay, so we're having some coffees.
Got our lunch. Coffee.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
So
lunch done.
So full from this biscuit. And we're just sat. It's very, very busy around here. So we're just going to do one quick question in our next location. Did you cry on the wedding day?
I think the one tear.
James managed to hold.
I think it was difficult. I think when I was doing my vows was the most difficult. No, when I was walking down the aisle.
Yeah.
Was the most difficult not to cry, and I think I was concentrating so much on not crying that I really failed to show my emotion.
Yeah, no you didn't. We have like a raw footage of the ceremony, and we were watching it back the other day, and it's just really, I can see all the emotion in your face, and I know you so well that I can tell that you're like trying to not to cry.
Because I knew that if I started crying, it was going to be uncontrollable. So I was like, don't even stop.
That was almost me.
Because you were walking down the aisle, and neither of us were looking at each other when Carys was walking down the aisle. We were like looking at the ceiling.
Yeah. I was trying really hard as well because as soon as I got onto the aisle I was like really emotional, my lips were trembling, and I was like, don't look at James, don't look at James, because I just didn't want to break down. And then during my vows I found it really difficult, and by the last 2 lines of the vows I was definitely crying everywhere, and it was really embarrassing. I was like, I love you, my soulmate.
Your vows were so gorgeous. So gorgeous.
Thanks, Boo. But yeah, and then I had makeup running down my face, and then my mum was like, do you want a tissue? And I was like, yeah. And then I was trying to wipe.
And everyone was trying to give Carys mirrors and stuff. It was brilliant.
It was great, but yeah, it was very emotional. Just a quick update, a bird literally as soon as we turned off the camera cooed right there, and it smacked down and terrified us both, and now it's kind of just splashed all over everything.
It went all over the camera as well.
Yay!
We've had a good wander through St Ives. We are now back where we started. It's 20 minutes till our next train. Mila is here, she's having some water, feeling fresh.
I'm sweating.
I know. Come on, Carys, hit us with a question.
Okay, do you feel pressured to have kids now that you're married?
No. I feel the opposite. We want kids, and people are saying, stop, don't think about it.
Yeah.
Not people.
Definitely. I think being online is always like, because people are excited about your life, it's like there is a pressure in a sense, because that's all everyone asks about. There was literally 20 questions in a row. Kids, kids. Yeah. All the questions were about kids. So obviously I think all influencers feel like there's pressure on life changes sometimes, but I don't view that as a negative.
I think that's more of the case, is that yes, people, obviously you guys, most of you anyway, may want to see us with a family, because that's exciting, just like it's exciting for us. What you think of pressure as, if you think of pressure as kind of people asking us all the time, then you know, yes, loads of people are asking us, but no one's like, you should have kids now, have kids.
There's no one
there's not really pressure like that, and our parents are just a bit like, you know, do it when you're ready. There's no pressure either way. Because
I think it's weird, because we are really young to be having kids, but at the same time when we talk to a lot of people, a lot of the same things that people say are, a lot of people have kids later on, obviously for loads of different reasons, but one big reason is they like to have married life together and have a lot of experiences together. The thing is with me and James, which a lot of people appreciate that know us really well, is we have spent a lot of time together, and luckily, because of the life that we've taken, school, uni, going into a job together, every single day we've gone on adventures, we've done stuff, we've travelled the world.
We had 5 years before marriage, you know, some people only have like say a year of engagement, and then before that maybe only know each other for 6 months to a year.
Yeah, so we are definitely broody, but we are not trying, and we're not setting anything in stone. We're not going to be like, let's try for a baby now, let's do that. We're just going to take life as it comes at the moment.
I think, again, like you can say we are young, but you know, everyone matures at different ages, and everyone is in a different position at different ages. It's like a position we're in, someone may not be until they're 32, or they may have been in since they were 19. So it's kind of like, you know, everyone's just at different stages.
It is tempting, because we are in a position where we could have a little baby.
And I would love a little baby, but we are going to try to get other things in life in order first.
Yes. Okay, was the planning 50-50 for the wedding? Good question. I'd actually say it was in different areas.
I think on major decisions it was very 50-50, but then I kind of took a very laid back step when it came to designing. Carys took on the more creative stuff, and I did the more boring background stuff.
Yeah, you did literally loads of stuff I didn't do for organising it.
Then you did loads of creative thinking, which I didn't do.
I would say the planning was 50-50. Main decisions we made together, and then the other ones we did 50-50 separately, if you get me. So it's just kind of doing
I think a lot of people were like, oh, it's so cool how James is so involved, because I think a lot of guys don't enjoy being involved, but I also think a lot of girls maybe don't mind, because they want to kind of
it depends what
but,
you want.
Know, I really wanted to be involved.
Yeah, that's
and
the thing.
And like, it's nice because we didn't argue too much, because like sometimes, maybe Carys wanted to do more of it, or I wanted to do more of it. But yeah, it was pretty 50-50, it was good. I made sure the day ran smoothly, you made sure the day looked good.
Exactly, teamwork. Do you ever get tired of each other / need space? I think probably not compared to maybe on average. I don't know, just because we do spend a lot of time together, and I think a lot of people do find that weird. Again, I think it's different for every single relationship, and I don't think there's any right or wrong.
I think we do have our own space, and we do need, I think every individual person, especially because I think I am quite introverted.
Yes.
And so actually I need to recharge on my own. But then even your own space is that, we're not in conversation 24/7.
No.
Like, we'll watch TV in the nights and then like not talk and just enjoy the movie or whatever. People get stressed that they're not talking all the time in a relationship, and it's okay to have nights where you're watching telly with each other but you're not really talking. In my opinion, that's fine, because I think we're both introverted slightly and we need that to kind of
recharge. But also I really enjoy just being in your company and just you being there all the time.
And then I think that I need my own space, and then as soon as I go off to the gym on my own for an hour, I'm like,
I'm listening to James say all this, and I'll literally go out with my friends for like an hour, and you'll be like, and then if you go out,
But I think if what they mean by space, it's like we don't like cuddle every night on the sofa watching telly. It's like we sit apart and watch a movie sometimes, and that's what I view as kind of our own space.
It's not like intense. We grabbed some lunch, and we are now taking Mila to the beach for a dog walk, which is so exciting.
We went past a dog walking beach on the way from St. Ives.
We saw doggos.
We assumed that most of them would be like not dog friendly, because usually during the summer holidays
they're all not dog friendly.
But no, happy days.
The one thing you're most looking forward to do in the future together?
Have a kid.
It's got to be, isn't it?
Hopefully more than one child if we're lucky enough.
If we're lucky enough.
But I'd love to
start a family.
Children.
Yeah, that's definitely what we're most excited for.
But then shorter term,
like travelling.
Yeah, travelling, finding somewhere new to live.
Yeah, we really
quite excited about maybe moving house to maybe a different area in the UK, or maybe abroad, or who knows? We're keeping all our options open.
We just don't know.
Shorter term, maybe finding a new home. Longer term, kids.
Yes, good answer.
Maybe like 2 years.
Good answer. Do you think, this is such a funny question, do you think sex is better now you're married? No, it's the same.
No, worse.
It's
Carys has got lazier. So
I'm married now. I'm a wife for life. You know what I mean? I knew you were going to say that. It's the same.
Although, yes, I'll leave it. It's the same.
Although.
Sunglasses on.
What were you going to say? What were you going to say?
No, I was going to say, honeymoon was pretty good.
Yeah, well, honeymoon, because we were saying before, wedding night, I had a lot of questions. I didn't have any this time, but I had a lot of questions before when I can't remember if I was doing a Q&A on my stories. And it was like, did you have sex on the wedding night? And it was like, no. We were way too drunk, you know? That's what the honeymoon's for, isn't it?
Exactly.
You get a week together to chill.
You know. Don't do that. I was just slobbering into bed. I was like, I remember going to the room and then left some burgers in our room. So I was munching on burgers and then just kind of collapsed on the bed.
That was our wedding night. We stuffed our face with food and fell asleep straight away. That sums us up pretty much. Okay, another one. What do you talk about when you go on dates now as a married couple? That makes me laugh because we just literally nothing.
I was just going to say Mila and then the future with children.
Future with children. Work. Although James tells me off, so then we get back to Mila. And future with children.
We always, literally every time we go out, we seem to have the same questions, which is, how many kids shall we have? What should they be? Where should we move to have the kids?
Yeah, we do that a lot. But yeah, you do run out of convo, I'm not going to lie. It's not, and again, it shouldn't be something that you feel guilty about. Like, I'm always the type of person to be, I'm not a massive overthinker, and I'm always the type, I was before anyway, to be like, well, what if we've been together so long, or what if we spend so much time together that we run out of conversation? And this is the one thing I love about James. He is literally sees no point, and he's taught me this, in worrying over basically something that might happen, like you might run out of conversation. Well, if that happens, then run out of conversation and just enjoy smiling at each other, and then
or do something about it at the time. But I think this whole like, what if this happens in the future? It's like,
or what if we fall out of love? It's like,
And then,
Well, it will then.
and you sort it at the time.
I love that about James.
It's just pointless. Something that's going to worry you or affect you in the future. Why bother letting it worry you before it's even
Well, every time you say it, it makes so much sense, but then I still get round to working things up in my head, just about any topic, and then James will be like, stop worrying about it. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. I'm like, I know. Now you said it, it makes so much sense. Okay, one more for this period. Are you worried about things getting boring? And we literally just answered that one.
Yeah.
So that was a good one.
Yeah, what will be will be.
Done.
It's already boring.
That is feeling positive.
No, we live such an exciting life. We're so lucky.
Yeah,
to
of
do
course
what
we do.
Like, it's amazing.
Small things in life, and just be weird together, have
You
fun.
just do what you enjoy, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think it's such a funny thing, relationships, because it's this whole kind of like, you know, it's about feeling safe and feeling happy and comfortable in
Yeah.
this company. And it's like, yes, you should have a lot of fun with them. But that doesn't mean that every single night after work
You have to be like,
laughing and having fun. Everyone.
It's a lifelong companion.
It's a lifelong commitment, and I think if you put the pressure on yourself
Yeah.
to like find them hilarious all the time, or,
Exactly.
you
Or
know,
like,
if I'm not happy around them, then clearly, you know,
Yeah.
like, just let the pressure go. And as long as you're happy and content in your relationship, you don't have to be excited 24/7.
you're making a lifelong companion as well as other things.
It's like getting a dog, getting a wife.
Same thing.
Same thing. It's a lifelong friendship.
It really is. You enjoying the beach? You enjoying the beach? Whee! Oh my gosh, it is so beautiful here, guys. Look. Favourite part of the day on the wedding?
The wedding.
Mine was the ceremony. I loved it so much. It was so emotional. It meant a lot to me. Marrying my bestest friend, Mila's digging a hole. Oh, it was the best
I
thing
loved
ever.
hearing your vows. That was amazing. What else did I love?
Me? Seeing me?
I love listening to everyone else's speeches. So I was nervous for my speech, which I didn't. I was alright doing my speech, but I really enjoyed listening to your dad's and my mum's and my brother's.
Speeches are amazing.
Yeah,
That's a
really
good one. Okay, guys, so we're back at our tent. Tenting
We've started
life.
the barbie.
Look at this.
Okay, we're waiting for the coals to chill out, and then we can cook some meat. Mila's
my
over there
God.
chilling, and I think this is not the best place to sit.
Woo! It's quite a good one. It's not really about us. So what to do if your partner doesn't want to get married but you do? James, what would you say for that? I think that's a really hard one.
I think you have to talk to each other, because I think the modern day we live in, marriage isn't the be all and end all.
No, it's definitely not.
So I think if say this is a girl talking, saying she wants to get married but her boyfriend doesn't, like, is this because are they fiancés? Who knows?
Yeah.
But I think it's just discussing why they don't want to get married, and discussing why you do want to get married.
And trying to understand each person's side of the story, and then not taking it too personal, as for straight away, like, I would be the type of person to, if someone didn't want to get married to me or whatever, I'd be like, oh, it's because, you know, I'm not the one for you. Don't jump to those conclusions, because I would be that type of person.
Would you ever jump to a conclusion of, okay, I can't be with you anymore then? There's a bee literally going into my wine. It's gone. Would you jump to the conclusion of, okay, I can't be with you then?
Yeah, because personally I feel like I would be really gutted.
Yeah.
Which is so funny, because literally a year ago I was like, what's the point in marriage?
Show that commitment. It's
yeah,
a weird
it does.
One, but even though it doesn't change anything, it does show commitment
but then
to that person.
there could be loads of reasons, like financial reasons, or just not feeling like you're in the right position to get married. And
I think that's why I'm saying, I think you need to discuss, and I think one of you or both of you will have good points. And I think if it's just because I can't be bothered, or it could be nerves. I think a lot of people, maybe if they don't like being centre of attention, maybe that's a big reason why they don't want to get married.
That is a really good point, and I think that's a lot of those type of points you don't really want to admit even to yourself. So a lot of the time when you're like, oh, I can't, you know, what's the point? I can't be bothered. Maybe, it can be because of that reason.
And as a guy, I think guys often struggle more to show their emotion, whether it's because they don't want to show their emotions or because they struggle for other reasons. You know, they don't want to do the vows, they don't want to struggle in that sense. And also then maybe if they feel pressure to do a speech, you know, because traditionally a groom does the speech.
Absolutely.
So maybe they're like, oh, I can't, and they just don't want to be centre of attention. So maybe that's the one. But
that's
there'll be so many reasons, and I think it's just about talking out the reasons. And if it's kind of like ooh, you know, if the other person doesn't want to talk about it, firstly, that's probably not a good thing for the relationship, if you're not going to talk about things that mean a lot to you. And you just need to talk about it, basically. And if they're not giving reasons and not talking about it, then I don't know.
Is it the thing for a healthy relationship and a long-lasting relationship is literally talking about everything.
Because you don't have to agree on everything in a relationship.
You just have to talk.
But you do have
and
to
you just have to try and understand people's sides of the stories. Mila's barking at people. What charities did you ask people to donate to, and why?
Cool. So the two charities, I'll do one. So one was Velindre, which is a cancer kind of centre charity in Cardiff. I think that's a good way to explain it. And they don't do research or anything. They literally treat cancer patients, you know, chemotherapy, radiotherapy, all those kind of things. It's a charity, but it obviously is completely free. And I don't know, like, it's not on the NHS. You go to Velindre to have cancer treatment. I don't know if it's just because it's quicker or something.
That's crazy.
Yeah, my dad was diagnosed with lung cancer a couple of years ago, and he got treatment through there, and luckily, I don't think he's had the all clear, but it's like very subdued now. Yeah. So they were just very good with him, and it's very quick, and
he's just
like he was found out like really far along. Yeah. So like we're all quite shocked at how well he I think 5. I think 4 was the furthest you can go. I don't know.
Did I make up stage 5?
I think I've never heard stage 5,
right,
but maybe there is a stage 5. I'm not sure.
Stage 4. But yeah, and now he just has checks every year.
6 months.
6 months.
Yeah. So and I don't know. It's just being completely subdued, which is absolutely amazing because we weren't so sure at the start. And the other charity was scary.
Mind. So that was kind of like we wanted to choose charities with meanings to us. So obviously Velindre was because of James's dad, and then mine was Mind because Mind is a mental health charity, and obviously mental health is something that's very close to my heart. My older sister went through something really awful, and she had like a long period of really dealing with depression and mental health. So mental health's been something.
And then she worked for Mind for a year, which was amazing. After that, she then worked for Mind for a year. Yeah. So that was amazing.
And mental health and just like general mental well-being is something that I'm really passionate about, and so Mind was kind of like my side of it.
So they were the two charities, and like we don't know who donated to which, but we actually got a lovely Instagram DM from Velindre saying, you know, oh, we've received so many donations in lieu of
our wedding,
you know, our wedding,
whatever,
your you know, in lieu of your wedding gifts, and it was amazing.
That was really nice.
Yeah.
So yeah,
so we appreciate that.
Charities. Okay guys, so it is now the next day. We've had a little bit of a stressful past 10 hours, or how many? That's not 10 as well,
the end of the last day did not go so well.
No.
And Carys is going to say why.
So we finished the last questions. We had our food. Just before having food, I managed to spill a glass of red wine all over my laptop, fully open, just pooled all around the laptop. We freaked out, we tried to clean it, shook it upside down, it completely died and just disintegrated, basically.
If you followed us on Instagram, you would have seen the whole thing.
The whole palaver.
The whole thing.
We drove out and bought rice to try and dry the laptop. Yeah. Nothing worked. So very stressed, decided to just try and relax that evening. Woke up the next morning, went into Exeter, which was like an hour and a half away, went to the Apple store, got them to fix it. They managed to not fix the laptop, unfortunately, but the thing that I was most upset and worried about was the footage that was on there, because I'd done literally hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of work on videos that were on there. Apple managed to get us to some people that managed to get all the stuff on the hard drive separate, so I've ordered a new laptop. That's coming soon. I've got the hard drive, put my work on the hard drive onto James's laptop, and it was all there. Are you impressed with my story?
I think going into this piece of footage, I said to Carys, maybe just really quickly explain what happened last night, and then we can do a couple of questions.
That was quick for me!
It's like you're really quickly. So really quickly explain the story is, so we just decided to relax last night, have a cup of tea, a couple of chocolate biscuits, we sat down, we went to bed about 12 PM, we then woke up at 7 AM, we went to Exeter, Exeter's about an hour away from where we were. So we went to Exeter, which was about an hour away, we went to the Apple store, and the Apple store people, they were lovely, and they referred us to these two other guys. It's like, come on, that is not a short story.
Well, it was the full story, so I hope you enjoyed. That was a short one for me. I mean, I was
literally sitting in the back row going,
I was literally expecting you to be like, well done, that was so concise.
That was appalling.
Okay, anyway, we're back. It was all good. It is all good now. Okay, so the last question we're going to end on is, now you are married, what is your 5-year plan? I got that question quite a lot actually, about 5 to 10-year plans, and I think it's quite a good question.
I feel like it's difficult because I don't have a plan as such. I can't decide.
No, I don't think we do, and I think we change our mind every day on what our plan is. We're like kids, house, travel, this, that, and I think the joy, and like we said before, the real benefit of having this job is that it's very flexible, and like all options are an option, if you get me.
It is.
So there is.
But then it really does give us a headache, because we really can't decide what to do with our lives. We can't decide where to live.
What do we think our 5-year plan would be?
Okay.
We know we got loads of options. What would now? What
I like the idea.
You do yours. Go.
Of moving somewhere like London.
Yeah.
Living in an apartment for 3 years.
Okay.
2 or 3 years, and then maybe when we think we're ready to have kids, move out of London back to Cardiff and have us slightly bigger house and have children.
I would say that's probably quite an accurate 5-year plan of like moving somewhere, whether it be London or whatever, while we don't have kids, maybe exploring somewhere else, doing some travelling, doing things like that.
Because I know you're not so sure about London.
I'm not so sure about London.
We move to London?
I'm not so sure about London because I'm just a bit, I don't know, I'm just not sure about it. But mine would be probably similar, moving somewhere, a bit more exciting, doing a bit more travelling, doing some fun things like we've been doing lately with the dog and all that kind of stuff. Then once we decide to have kids, moving somewhere where we're a bit more settled, in a bit more of a bigger house or something like that for a long-term future
spot on
thing. So that was it.
Yeah, do you think you'd want kids like within the next 5 years?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think so.
Boom, tomorrow. Joking, no, I just, like we said on one of the other questions, it really is not, we just don't know yet. We just don't know, and we're just taking life as it comes, which is how it should be.
We are now on the way to our next destination on our little road trip, which is really exciting. So make sure you're subscribed so you can come along to that and turn your notices on not to miss the next few vlogs. Thank you so much for everyone for keeping up to date with our little travel plans. That is so cool.
And for being interested in our life and asking us questions about our marriage.
I know, I can't believe people actually ask us questions about our life.
Thank you guys for being interested. We love sharing everything with you, and thank you so much for watching this video. Please give it a like if you did enjoy it and leave us a comment below. We love reading your comments. We will see you in the next video, and we love you so much. Bye.